All right, and a little bit about Igor. Igor was born in Brazil and came to the United States to study graphic design, new media, and photography at the Academy of Art University. He believes in connecting invisible dots and went to study jewelry design, jewelry making, ceramics, glass design, welding, sewing to integrate to his photography, and now AR and VR in order to serve his clients with organic, honest storytelling solutions. All right, Igor, please take over.
Hi, everyone. Let me, God, what am I doing? Just for a second. So, hi, everyone. My name is Igor. I am an artist by trade, and I work with Arloopa. And Arloopa, it's an AR and VR company. They are based in Armenia, and I am their sales rep and creative for them. So I'm gonna divide what I have to share with you in three categories: is where, why, and how. Where is where we are right now, and all the companies working to build this huge new coming thinking, this new trend coming for everyone, which will be AR, VR, in the ways that are gonna communicate, educate, um, get entertain, and sell on the virtual space. And this is an absolutely fantastic opportunity for everyone. And it's so exciting. There's so much to talk, and I have just to calm myself down, just like, okay, just gonna pace and just share with you. So right now, Facebook, Apple, Samsung, and Google are spending millions, billions of dollars trying to find the right way to integrate our space with the virtual reality and augmented reality. And for the purpose of today, I'm going to focus more on augmented reality, which I think it's the most organic, and that's what I actually use for my work. And I think it's the most accessible to everyone to work today. So I will start sharing my screen, so you're gonna see more of what I recorded today. So I think the why part of it, it's because you want to connect with people, to have different ways for people to understand what you want to have to tell them in ways we didn't have before. So the sample you have in here, it's one of the tools we can use that can actually put an image everywhere, anywhere in the world. So imagine you have stories to tell, you have an art that you want to sell, and you want to tell more about the story. You have a map that you actually can put your experience anywhere in the world. You can go to a beach and leave a layer of your poetry or your tip to anyone that it's there to see, hey, if you come here, you're going to be able to see this, this, and that. So you have to imagine different ways to tell different stories, to enchant people, to make them listen to what you have to do. Once they are on board on what you have to say, it's just fascinating what people can do for you, how they can collaborate with you, how going to trust you just to go ahead and move on with what you have to share. And augmented reality is just basically waiting this new, that's what everybody's of course talking about, waiting for the Apple lens that are going to have a glass that are going to give you basically a third view of everything that you have. Those are tools and presentations that I have from Arloopa, which is the company I work with. So imagine you are an artist and you have all your work that anyone, anywhere can actually go there and see and check it out with really great resolution, really great ways to be displayed. You can add sound, you can add links to this. So this is such a great opportunity to tell a deeper story, an organic story that people are going to be paying attention and say like, wow, I want to participate on this. And 25 years ago, Elon Musk was trying to convince people on buying web pages, and people had no idea what the internet was. And this is how I feel where we are today. This is my gallery. So this was made on an application called 3D Studio Max, and our company transformed this that you can actually have in any space, and you're literally walking into a space. So this is my virtual gallery for my fine art. So my clients can have an entire session of photos that they've made displayed just for them, and they can be shown anywhere. So imagine this for weddings. You can have your wedding shown there. You can have your family um, uh, history. You can have your family tree, everybody that was born there. Like some of those frames can actually be videos. It's just depending on the stories that you have to tell. You can have a fundraising for something that's important, then showing in each of those walls, and people can be in and out. You have this vanity, you have this curiosity for people to see what is this, and it's so simple and so accessible for people to actually get to do this. And this is especially, it's a very interesting room. It's called the Wonder Room, that it can build for everyone. Anyone with Photoshop today can have this. So I built this for a client that she was teaching people and wanted for herself. Um, um, but you can have an
You could upstairs you would just stairs down with water.
oh, yeah. So the back of it, one of the walls in the back of it.
We cannot hear you though. Can you turn off the sound?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay, so this entire red wall is actually a sunset transformed into a wall. So imagine now, if you walk into your own room, you have a meditation room in front of you, have your family. On the wall on your left, you have all the books that you want, all the places you want to visit. You actually can look and see all the things that you want to your life. You can look at the ceiling and see all the things that are important to you and how you move across them. And just, instead of just going to a place and close your eyes and thinking, you can go to any place, open your eyes, visualize, and achieve. This is just Photoshop that, that can be done to everyone. So there's the two you need. Then you talk to us, and you can actually have this room for $199 for entire year. So can go in and out and invite different people to go there and to to see your universe and connect the dots with, for the things that you want to see. I love touching things. So all the art I build, I want people just to be able to manipulate and not necessarily be in front of everyone to see. I want you to have your secrets. I want you to people just to your kid, your kids or your nephews or nieces go around your house and see your art that's private to you, and they'll never know what is there. It's hidden behind a wall that you have the choice to decide who's going to see that. And this is one of the greatest features with augmented reality, that it can tell multiple stories. So this can be triggered by a painting. This can be triggered by an image. This can be triggered by a presence. So if you are somewhere, it's going to be triggered by that. It's going to be on a map. And Arloopa can do all that for you. I think that if you just allow yourself to be familiar with that and to see what can that bring to you on a personal level, you're going to be able to start seeing things on your business and how this can translate to what I do. How can I tell more people in the deepest engaging way what this is all about? And I think it's a fantastic, let me just run this. So this is another one. Um, with data driven. So we are all mindful of how data it's important to people. So this is a live map on cases of COVID all over the world. So you're going to be able to see how many people recovered, unfortunately, how many people died, and how many cases are. Just walking and seeing the spike, that you can actually get closer and see the numbers of that. So I really encourage you to download the app. It's called Arloopa, Arloopa, and just click everywhere. Try every experience that they have there. You can actually go inside famous paintings and seeing 3D something that you just have this 2D perception. You can be immersed inside something that you have never experienced before. I think there's so much still to be discovered and experienced, especially when we have 5G coming, I believe next year, that are going to have so much more information being able to be downloaded. And how do you experience? You're going to be able to sit down, oh, this is COVID, um, to be on a corner and anywhere, and you look up, and on the buildings you can have people coming down and dancing, so things you have never imagined, and now you can. Then you can work with graphic designers, you can work with 3D artists, you can work with yourself, teach yourself a little bit, and bit by bit build a content that it's engaging, that people want to know more about you. I do crazy things, like insane things, and all in the back of my head, it's 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 subtlety, something that it's really like in your face. I have a Houdini complex. I want things to be hidden. I want things to be like so subtle, and I want stories to be told. And AR lets you do that in such a fantastic and elegant way. You can have something like so engaging, um, just just by working with these small tools. You don't have to be like a wizard on 3D. You don't have to be a wizard on anything. You can actually work with this and make that happen. This is art that you can actually just record and make. This is someone that did with AI. Um, and of course, it's a different level, so it requires more math and all that. But you can do that. You can have your camera and just agitate color water, and you just go there, and you can make your own. I'm going to tell you tools how to do that. And just to see how that is actually growing all around us, this is on Google. If any of you go there and put shark, you're going to see an option down that you're actually going to be able to see this on your phone, a 3D presentation on your phone of a shark in real size. So you go to Google and you put dinosaur, boom, you have a dinosaur there that you can actually see anywhere. You can have a photo taken with that. You can have your kids to experience something so different. And if you go to Amazon, some products now are going to see, do you want to see in your room? And I was like, whoa, I was looking for a digital scale, and I saw this, and it's starting to grow everywhere, and you just don't even notice. And this is one of the things. You put the dinosaur, and it's going to appear there. Let me just move to the other one. You have a dinosaur just now by going to Google, and later on you're going to have veins, you're going to have a circulatory system, and so many other things that are going to be able just to experience and being there. This is all. Um, this is all today. This is now. And I want to let you know, if you go to studio.arloopa.com, you can start doing and playing with this today for free. So my job is actually um, to let people know what they can do. So if they want something more sophisticated, something more data driven, that's where we come in. But I want people to be able to create the basics of that. So you have your photos, and you want to tell the stories about that. You can go to a beach, and you can say a poem to your mom or to your boyfriend, and he's gonna only be able to see that if he goes to that place. This is amazing. Tips on travel. You go to a place and say, like, you go to this place and this food's going to be amazing, and I'm wishing all the great things. Don't go to that place right there. It's not a phone, it's not photos, are just like you doing that. This is from Ikea. If you download the Ikea place, you actually can see the size of the furniture in real size compared to where you live in real life. So this is amazing. You actually get to see things before you buy them, and not buying those crazy couches like, oh, I have to return because it doesn't fit, because you want them to fit, or if just does the color makes sense with the rest of your place. So this is my house. I just put two chairs and one on top of the other. And when you decide the place where you want it and you click, it's gonna just like boom, go to the floor, because it understands that. So telling people great stories, giving them the tools to reach that, teaching them and sharing the knowledge and how to achieve that. You get so much, you get so many things out of people if you have a strong, you know, concept, a strong story to tell. People will be fascinated if you have a good story to sell your products, to sell an idea, to get them on board, to a crazy movie, to a crazy art project, to, you know, to teaching kids, to building hospitals. Stories. Stories are, I think, all the base of all this. And trying or just letting yourself be familiar with how AR works. It's going to be a great, fantastic tool for so many things are going to be right around the corner for us. I am a geek at heart. I'm curious. I want everything to be connected. I want painting, hydrographics. You know, I want ceramic. I want, you know, welding. I want blow glass. Everything to be like organically, honestly, beautifully connected. That you are wowed. AR is just one more layer to that, and I am just in love with that. I go to bed thinking about AR. I wake up and I'm just so happy that I live in this moment in time to be able to do that and to live and just to use all that. Um, I can go on and on and on about like how you connect invisible thing, how you enchant people. Some of you haven't seen that. And now when I see someone with a tattoo, I ask them, what does your tattoo do? If they don't understand. You can actually have a 3D designer redesign your tattoo, make it shine. You can actually have a tattoo in your heart or in your arm, and you tell the person that you love, put the app here, and you're gonna see you saying a poem for that person, wishing them happy birthday, wishing them well. You know, it's just mesmerizing people with small things that they're not expecting. It's not about giving everything. It's just giving just small constant fractions and people be there with you. And I think it's the power of storytelling, connecting invisible dots, and AR. Thank you.
Wow, Igor, that was definitely something. I think all of us learn multiple new things, but I do have to say that I had no idea that IKEA does this, and I'm gonna second Katya Tushenka's comment and all those IKEA trips that
Mhm.
we all made, unbelievable. um, let's wait for some of the questions from the audience. A question that I'm gonna answer, sorry, ask you now. So do you need any kind of device to access the tools that you just showed? Is it something similar to this VR glasses, or how does it work?
So you have to build the experience. So now I'm gonna just chat here, put on the chat is www.studio.arloopa.com. So
Mm-hmm.
if you go there, it's like a basic 4 or 5 steps, and you register and you put the trigger, which would be like a photo that you want, and you want the content that goes with that. So imagine you have a static image, you know, you have this, and whenever the your phone within the app, of course, sees this, it's gonna make this pen just flip and go up and down. So the phone, the pen, it would be a video, it could be an animation, it can be a sound, it can be anything, any media that you can possibly imagine. And you can document that. Um, you can have Connor, you can have like all your trips documented, and you walk into that wall and you walk for the left, you have like all the participants, and people look to the wall on your right, you have, you know, a big map of, you know, interactive map of showing all the places you went. In front of you, you set all the things you accomplished. On the back, you can have all the sponsors, and on the ceiling say, well, what's your new project that you want. So we invite next sponsors, you invite other people to come there. So come into my world, come into my room, and I'm going to show you, you know, something different. It's something that I want people to grab and go. to see like different. And you just need, of course, us to put the cubes together. But in Photoshop, you can do that. Like you just need the basic same sizes for the four walls and two different sizes for the ceiling and the grass. You design it, you send it to us, boom, done. Companies that want to sell a product, or you want just to engage other people to join a cause, especially for me, for what I do is all about art. I'm transforming videos that I do that are insane into shoes, and just a connection of that. And there are sounds coming from shoes, things that people don't expect, and experiences coming from jewelry, from light lamp installations and books, and so many other different things that you can actually do and build. um, it's limitless. You have so many different things that you can work with, and it's a fascinating tool. If you just take a look, I love that mention. Yeah, the meditation. It's a meditation room. I was thinking about like the word exactly. Natalie. Yeah, you can go there and tell your story to whomever you want. You can have your poetry room. You can have so many different things. You can tell part of, you know, a story that I want people to be engaged with. AR for me now is one of the greatest tools, but I do believe in tactile things. So I'm like a purist. So I want the art to live by itself. I want the painting to be enough. I want the art itself to be enough, and the AR just be a complement to that. So you can look at and see who the artist is, and what your inspiration was for that, and how your thought process was for that. And you go to a room and see which books you read, who inspired you, who you work with, and what's the cause for this, and how you bid. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. There's so much to tell. There's so much to share, and to engage people. If you get people to just in a certain level fall in love with what you're doing, you can have so much more. You can have like a team of people to elevate you, and that's priceless.
Oh, I'm sold. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm totally sold. All right. I really like that message from
Exactly.
Natasha.
Natalia is telling me about there could be a celebration room for someone who passed away. There's this movie called Coco that they only talk about this. It's the ofrenda. So imagine you have this place with with the life, with all your family, and on the back you have, you know, everything, all the people that passed away, and on the sides you can have um, stories or quotes from members of your family that actually go there for generations. And this is just a basic interaction with that. You're going to be able to get from one thing to the other, I imagine, and you're going to be able to just say something that's going to be manifested into words. Then you can take that word and just like a slam on the wall. It's just there, it's just how I imagine things just going
Oh,
and telling
incredible.
stories.
Yeah,
Yep,
the world is definitely changing, and it's so exciting to see all these new tools that are available to us. Thank you so much for taking us on this adventure.
sure,
And we're
thank you.
definitely going to check out more of the AR.
Yeah,
Right, let's see if there are any other questions. Last call. I see some of us showing their reactions. There you go. Thank you very much, Igor. It was such
my
an
pleasure. Thanks
interesting.
for letting me be here.
Thank you. It was such an interesting presentation, and I love that you were able to share what you were working on, and that video was really incredible. I mean, when the shark was flying, or float in your screen, I almost felt like it was half alive or something. So even through the screen, it worked so well. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.